Way 31 is trying to get answers about who is being held accountable for 3M for potentially toxic chemicals dumped into the Tennessee River. The company announced Monday it's investigating old landfills where they were active back in the 1950s. Way 31's Stephen Dilsizian spent the day digging for answers, trying to find out what happens if those test results come back positive.
I'm told 3M has already collected samples from the Deer Springs and Old Moulton Road landfills, but they still need to go out to one more site and then test the samples for any chemicals. 3M announced it's investigating 3 former landfills in Morgan County for potentially dangerous chemicals called PFAS. Those chemicals could cause cancer. But the question remains, what happens if the samples come back positive, and what will be done about it? I called the 3M headquarters and asked them just that, but I was simply told it depends on what's found. I was then pointed to the announcement the company made on Monday. 3M stated, quote, "We will find and fix them if there were any issues related to PFAS," but the company would not go into detail as to what actions would be taken. The company says dumping chemicals into the landfills was allowed back in the 1950s, and the company followed the rules from decades ago. In 2000, 3M says it voluntarily stopped producing the toxic chemicals. I reached out to the Alabama Department of Environmental Management to see what repercussions the company could face, but they never returned my call. So I turned to the city of Decatur, who requested this investigation be done, asking how 3M would be held responsible. The mayor told me he can't comment because of an ongoing lawsuit. That's referring to a class action lawsuit where 3M settled with the West Morgan East Lawrence Water Authority earlier this year for $35 million. I've also reached out to the Tennessee Riverkeeper, an environmental group that's filed separate suits against 3M, the city of Decatur, and Decatur Utilities to find out where that case stands. I haven't heard back. Right now, the samples from the landfill in Brookhaven still need to be taken before testing will begin. In Decatur, Stephen Dilsizian, Way 31 News.
Right now, there is no timeline of when the landfill samples will be tested. Decatur city officials say the drinking water in the city is safe despite the ongoing investigation.